So I find it funny, man, that the news keep having this fear mongering out here, right? And I'm not gonna call out these news outlets, right? But they keep having this fear. Are we in the AI bubble? And I think once a week or every 2 weeks, I mean twice every week, man, they go out and put out these stories about we in the AI bubble, and people go sell off. Retail traders, they lose their money, and in big institutions, they buy up, they make money, and they make everybody look crazy, right? So I'm tired of it, and I want to be able to talk about something, because everybody keeps screaming, AI is a bubble. Artificial intelligence is a bubble, right? But let me ask you something. How is it a bubble of if trillions of dollars are flowing into companies that's already profitable, and the president just signed a bill? I talked about it in my last video. So let's stop guessing and let's actually start breaking this stuff down.
From Miami's first light to its night glow, we craft stories that move. You're watching Terrell Clayton Media.
So people are comparing AI to the dot-com bubble, right? That was back in 1999, 2000, and they're wrong. Here's the truth. Back in the dot-com bubble, companies had no revenue, no profits, no customers, no real products, and valuations was built on just hope, not even revenue. But today, y'all, AI companies like Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, Google, they're doing tens of billions of dollars of profit every quarter. You don't believe me? Just actually go back and look at the quarterly earnings call. It's there, right? Not revenue, profit. You don't get trillions pouring into any industry or any sector if it's all smoke and mirrors, right? This isn't pets.com. This is infrastructure. This is electricity. This is the next internet. And the money is truly printing it, right? And so I have a theory. You want to be able to know the truth, just follow the money, right? And right now, the money is too big for you to ignore. So you got, let's look at facts right quick. So you got Microsoft dropping $10 billion on OpenAI, right? And you heard of OpenAI, they're the creators of Sora and ChatGPT. You have Amazon dropping $4 billion on Anthropic. You have Google spending more on AI than it has ever spent on search. And Google is known for search. Just Google it, right? That's what people say. Nvidia is doing numbers so crazy that they can't even report them without the stock exploding. And here's the part that the average person misses, right? These companies are already printing money. This is not one day money. This is not maybe money. This is real cash flow. Investors aren't betting on dreams, right? It's not the dot-com bubble. They're not betting on, I hope that they're making money. They're actually making money. They're pouring gasoline on a fire that's already burning. That's why this isn't a bubble. It's literally a transfer of power. And so what really hit me big was, during the holiday weekend, over the weekend, when nobody was really paying attention, Trump went and signed the AI bill, and he put the AI acceleration bill into motion. And let me break down what this actually means, right? So if you got a pen and paper, let's talk about this, right? Faster development, fewer bureaucratic delays, more governmental partnerships, more military-funded AI projects, more federal money flowing into technology. And companies like the Nvidia, the Microsoft, the Amazon, the Meta, Palantir, all stand to profit directly from this shift. The bill that's actually being talked about, not talked about, right? Because we want to spend a lot of time talking about immigration and this and that, which is important, right? But We aren't talking about this one. This bill isn't about hype. It's about the government making sure that America never loses the AI race, right? And who are we competing against? China. Who are we competing against? China is that biggest rival that America doesn't want to be want to beat us, right? So if the federal budget is pushing the gas pedal, then that's not a bubble. That's literally strategy on a national level. So what does that mean for investors? It means 5 things, right? And if y'all didn't grab y'all pen and paper before, then make sure you grab your pen and paper now, right? Number 1, AI isn't slowing down. It's being institutionalized. This is beyond big tech. This is now defense. This is now transportation. This is now energy, healthcare, education. AI is becoming part of the country's interwoven infrastructure. Okay? The demand for chips will not stop. If you actually look at the documentaries, look at what's going on in the world, there's more AI, which means more data centers. More data centers mean more chips. More chips means companies like Nvidia, they keep on eating. That's why for me, just being honest, Nvidia is my biggest position that I invest in, right? Because as I see it, why not invest in the future? Here's the thing about it. Smaller companies will die, right? What they say, big bank take little bank. This is what big bank take little bank means, right? Small companies die, big ones will dominate. AI is now an arms race. Only companies with billions can compete. Can you thrive in AI? Can you get advantage in AI? Absolutely. As a small company, I'm not saying don't go out, but the billion-dollar companies, the companies that can spend billions of dollars, those are the ones that really can't compete, and those are the ones that's going to dominate. Also, the money flowing in is real. It's not speculative. Fund managers are moving trillions of dollars because they have to, right? If they miss AI, if they underperform the market, they will get fired. Simple. So you're living through one of the greatest wealth cycles of our time, and most people don't even realize it. To be totally honest with you, most people still living in 2008. They're still talking about a housing crash, when the house is going to get cheaper. Most people are still talking about 2022. They're thinking about COVID. You got to bring yourself into today, right? So here, let's ask a question. Are parts of AI overvalued? Yes. But is it a bubble? No. Some stocks, yeah, they're overheated, right? That's how you can see a play like Nvidia go to $211 and then pull back. That's how you can see Meta go to $790 and pull back. That's how you can be able to see Palantir go up and then pull back. Sometimes some places are overheated, but the entire sector, not even close. That's like saying the internet was a bubble in 1997. Yeah, the companies were expensive, but the innovation was real. And the people who understood that, they became millionaires. History doesn't repeat itself, but it definitely rhymes, right? So again, let's talk about what matters right now. And what matters is always that mindset shift, because people who grew up without access to wealth hear bubble and immediately think danger. But wealthy investors hear the same word and think opportunity before the masses understood. Right? So what does that mean? It means that people with money, or people that's used to getting money, will always go get the money. But people who don't understand money, they always gonna miss out until everybody else, or become socially acceptable, and then that's when they go in and they missed out. So that's why you need to be educated, y'all, not scared. AI isn't replacing humans. AI is replacing people who refuse to adapt. So here's my challenge to you, okay? Instead of asking, is this a bubble? Start asking, where is the money actually going? Because that's where the wealth is being built. So, like I always say, we're building a community here, and you don't want to miss out. I know a lot of people have questions about investing. Where do I start? How do I even open an account? What do I invest in? Right? That's why we actually opened up the Brick by Brick Patreon. Right? So if you want my actual AI plays, earning strategies, and exact strikes on watching going into 2026, the Patreon link is in the description, and we also had a barcode that's right here. That's where the real play breakdowns are. Right here, I'm giving y'all the mindset shift, but in the Patreon, that's where you can be able to make that real money with me and with everybody else. Appreciate y'all. Share this with somebody who keeps saying AI is a bubble, because we're building this thing brick by brick. Price is $735, right? This is a calculated play. This is not one of those YOLO moves. Yo, I believe it's going to do this. So let me explain why this strike, why that date, right? Because meta revenue drivers are